Okay, so interesting bit of information this morning when I woke up. So it's been quite a little little morning expedition I've had. Anyhow, this again, this information, it's not part of the previous story. So there's like a workflow that I like to stick to, and I can't seem to maintain that workflow because they keep adding more and more onto my plate. So this is where I was down here. So I'm at part one, part two. I had a part three to go to talk about. Now I can't even get into it because this story here in the morning, it's not it's related to the story, but it's outside the boundaries of it. But nevertheless, it's like another random workload story. So I'm going to include it, but I'm going to call this "I See the Moon" part three, and it's going to shift the way the story is from the way it flows, like over here, like where it's flowing here, like here. I want to pick up from that and carry on from that, but I can't seem to. So I'm gonna. I'll do this part three. I'll also include this part three. So anyway, I went for this walk this morning because it's payday here, right? It's a payday for me, so I went for a walk down the road to get some money to pay my bills and also to get some more stuff later because the spirits got me to go down the road, and along the way down the road, there's some information that I recorded. So I made a couple of videos here, which I haven't uploaded yet, but these are the videos here where there's extra information. So because that information is conducive to my survival, then I'm going to reward those spirits by giving some more stuff. The previous story where I said that I could have a blood burst a blood vessel or something like that, that's just the evil grandfather. He doesn't want me getting more stuff because when I work with my spirits, um, his wife, the evil grandmother, lives vicariously through those people I work with, and he doesn't like that. So he doesn't want me sleeping with his wife. In other words, at the spirit level. So he's trying to scare me away from that. So I'm going to do it one last time though, because these girls gave me this information. This story that you're about to see is the result of going down for that walk. If I didn't go for the walk to get the money to get the stuff, I wouldn't have this little story to tell you. So it all hinges on this can of pop here. Because on the way back, I had to pay my tab over down the road there, and I bought 3 cans of pop. These ones here, plus that Pepsi up there, okay, and that bag of chips here. That's what I had for my breakfast. 3 cans of pop and a bag of chips. So this is the information that I want to talk about. So, so you, as I was drinking this here, um, one of my things came up in my playlist here. This Pepsi ad. So this Pepsi commercial was on one of my playlists, and I was playing around. But when I was just about to finish my can of Pepsi, I seen that playlist there, and I thought, oh, they want me to tell the story about Bieber. So this is Justin Bieber's clue here, but you wouldn't know that it's his clue until I show it to you. So I don't want this leaking on the bed, so I'm going to plug this up. So you see Pepsi there, right? But if you rotate it like this, it becomes something different. So now when you have that there, okay, it's up here. So Pepsi upside down spells beeps. You just have to rearrange it. So you see how it if I go like this, I guess here like that. Do you see how those are letter D's? D, and then that's a E, and that's a D, that's a S and an I. So then you have to rearrange that again, like that. So you still keep the I and the S, but you flip these D's into B's. So you get a B and then an E and a B. Right? Now you have to play word boggle or something. You have to rearrange the letters to get B's. But if you move that D over to there, you get a or that B over to there, you get a B. And then you move the I over to here, you get an I. And you take the E, you move it here, and then you got the B, you move it here, and then you got the S here. So Beebs is what Pepsi means. So now you add another word in here. So now that you have Beebs in that entire word there, you take the I and the S, and you get is, and then you get Beebs, which means is Billie Eilish. So, I'm trying to look for my wife here, and I'm selecting Olivia because, like I said, I've already spent 8 years pursuing Jaden, and then had to let her go, and then I started pursuing Olivia, and now these other clues are popping up, and I want her to be aware of these clues. That's why I'm making these videos, so that her spirit can be aware of the seriousness of the gravity of the situation she's facing. In past lives, she's her spirit has selected not to play ball with me, and because of that, she doesn't allow her Adam, like the atom in Olivia's spinal cord, doesn't play ball with her soul. So Olivia is up against her own self, like she's her own worst enemy. So if her spirit doesn't want to play ball, that means that Olivia's soul won't want to play ball, and she won't want to get with me. But if I can show these clues to Olivia's spirit here now before I go viral with all this information, I'm going to have a better success rate of getting with her, because her spirit might finally see, holy crap, he's for real this time, Mom. I better listen up and not play. I better not be bad and play ball. So that's this morning's little clue. I want to let her know that I'm not naive, and that I know what she's up to because of that song "Honeymoon Sweet." Honeymoon, like honeymoon, and that she's supposed to be the queen bee. Honeymoon, right? Sweet, like she's sweet. But sweet is spelled SUITE, which is it's like a representation of a motel room, or in and out, like an in and out place where stuff happens, right? So, her spirit is not playing ball with me. So I'm trying to get her spirit to play ball. But in Honeymoon Sweet, that song Honeymoon Sweet, he says, I don't want you on the phone. Don't you play good girl with me. So all these clues that I was showing you in these videos, that's her spirit pretending to be nice to me. Trying to play me on the phone. So that's me. I'm just letting her know, her spirit know, like, no, I don't want you on the phone playing nice at me. I want you to play nice at me, but I want it to be real, Olivia. Hopefully this clue here, when you get this message down there and you see it, you might realize that if you don't start playing ball, you're gonna lose out to Billie Eilish. So if we take this here world, we also have PSI. PSI is like air, okay, air. And if we have if we use the PE or the PEP, we could probably get the can itself, Olivia. It's a representation of a moon, okay? And because this is red and blue, it represents a purple moon, okay? So upside down, that's Billie Eilish. Right side up like that, that's you, because it's purple and blue, so it's a moon. And because it's white around the edge, it's a representation of you and her both having a soul of spirituality, or white light. Now, this PSI represents air, like pressure. Pressure can make the spirit do what I want it to do, which is, play ball with her soul. So the spirit, which is the atom inside of her body. There we go. Right here. So this is her spirit, this atom inside of her spinal cord, right here, that houses all creation in it. If I can get that little electron there to play ball with me, the electricity will impact Olivia's spirit here, which is her soul. Her soul, which is her consciousness, won't have as much fear. Because in past lives, basically her spirit is making her believe that I'm Satan, I'm Lucifer, I'm bad. But if this little thing here can change the way it thinks and impact over here, then the 50% of what she believes here will be carried here. It's up to Olivia over here. It's up to you here to carry the rest of it the other way, the other 50%, so that you get 100%. Meaning, if you have a little bit of doubt and you cast that doubt aside and say, no, he's a good guy. I believe what he's talking about. You're more apt to be successful in attaining the mother of all creation role. So that's also what the PSI represents. Air pressure, pounds per square inch, right? And this can be a representation of a PE, which is physical education. And if you get a report card in grade school, they call that PE, or physical education. So physical education, air. What that spirit is telling me is, in my videos that I made previous, I proposed the theory that I have to walk on the road out there, under the power lines, because there's an alternating current out there. So that's one of my discoveries. But because I'm up in the air here and there's power lines that run underneath the house there, I could, in theory, walk on top of those power lines, and I think that's what Olivia's trying to say. Like, I'm trying to find a new way to exercise, because I don't believe that I have to run. Because in the videos that I upload later, you'll understand that why. So underneath the floorboards here, there's wires. There's electrical wires that run underneath the floor here. So if I just walk back and forth along these wires like this for 22 minutes, the electric current that's underneath the wire, underneath the floors here, is gonna the magnetis, or the magnetism and electricity is gonna. I'm walking on basically on an alternating current electromagnetic field. So she's basically telling me to walk here in the air, like physical education air. I could do that. I could try that, but my other method is to walk out here under the hydro lines, because those hydro lines in the ditch here, I think they have more. The electricity is higher. That's why there's a transformer out there. You have to step down the electricity. So the magnetic field out there, it's larger than the magnetic field that would be in here. However, because it's so high above me, I'm not sure if that magnetic field would actually reach below me here. So that's where I have to deduce, probably walking in here on just back and forth for 22 minutes. I think that's what your spirit's trying to tell me, Olivia. So she's like trying to help me at the same time, but hinder me at the same time. So you now know what Pepsi means. It actually means Billie Eilish. And it's a representation of the moon. So it means the beeps. So now we go over to here. So this is the Pepsi ad here. Okay. So when you watch this, it's just basically about what I just taught you here. You didn't know that can of Pepsi is about Olivia and Billie Eilish. So now this just came up 11 hours ago. So there's the Pepsi ad down there. This is 11 hours ago, and they're calling it Reverse Challenge. This is Anne Hathaway and Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, 11 hours ago. So the reverse challenge there is that there, discovering that Pepsi C means Biebs. It's a choice that I can take. It means that the girl that has a crush on Justin Bieber or the Biebs, she can be the mother of all creation if I so select choose her. That's what it means, and that's what the reverse challenge is about here. I I only watched a little bit of it here. You can see where I watched a little bit of it here. So I didn't take any pictures of it, but in the basic concept behind it is that um, because she stars in that new trailer, The Devil Wears Prada. Too, it's a representation of these two ladies thinking I'm the devil because this is the two, right? So this is this is you, Billie Eilish, as the Beebs believing I'm the devil. You flip it, and this is Olivia Rodrigo, purple and blue equal purple, and then the PSI air because the air represents her flying up on the moon in the air at her concerts. So the both of them believe I'm the devil. So that's the Anne Hathaway connection and reversing it, like moving it up and down, reversing it. So again, the PSI, which represents pound per square inch. In case you don't know what that means, you might want to look it up. This is pounds per square inch. You can watch this video if you don't know what I'm talking about. So pounds per square inch. Now, because the PSI has to do with air pressure, air means Olivia Rodrigo moon because she's up in the air. She's up in the air, and I need to put some pressure on her to get her to do what I want. Like not you right now, Olivia, but rather your spirit. I need your spirit to work with me going forward, so that when you begin watching these videos, you're under the gun, like you're under the pressure, and hopefully your spirit will help out your soul, which will allow you to get past that feeling that I'm the devil because that's not real. He's not real. So that's what the air pressure means here. I got to put some pressure on you because if you begin to see these clues and can realize that you could lose your position as the mother of all creation to Billie Eilish or any one of my other selections, you're more than likely gonna break through that devil aspect of believing I'm the devil and will want to play ball with me by reaching out to me by DMing me or getting a hold of me somehow. So that's the reverse of challenge. So he's like, Mr. Director, because what you're watching here, it's like it's a teaching video where I teach you the side of spirits that you can't see because you need a spirit guide to teach you what the spirits are trying to say, and that's what I am, a spirit guide. So this is kind of like a movie because you learn something here by me talking, and then you go in and you watch the associated videos that I'm showing you. So it's kind of like a movie, right, for your mind's eye. So Mr. Director, that's me. I'm really excited. Well, you should be right. You should be writing a commercial for Pepsi. So it's this what I just did here. It technically is a commercial regarding Justin Bieber. I don't know if Justin Bieber does a Pepsi commercial, but he just did. He played at the Pepsi Sugar Bowl, but yeah, I don't see no commercial here. Let's see if there's a commercial. Best Buy, Best Buy. So no, I don't. I don't believe that he's ever done a Pepsi commercial. It doesn't look like it, but you never know. So he's basically I'm basically doing a Pepsi commercial for him without him knowing that he's doing a Pepsi commercial. So um Now, when the world watches this video and they go, holy crap, I never knew that that spelled Beebs on there. That's your spirit, Justin. That's your clue. Your spirit working with the spirits of all creation to send that clue there for me to find. So now, I'm pretty certain, Pepsi sales will probably increase because of that, because, he's a pretty big star. All the girls out there will be drinking Pepsi now. What? That's Justin Bieber's brand? I'm going to start drinking Pepsi from now on. Right? So I basically did a commercial for Justin Bieber and Pepsi. So it doesn't get much bigger than that. So, oh hey there, this is my sister. So when he picks up the phone, his sister talks him out of doing the ad, which is a representation of Olivia getting a hold of me, somehow DMing me and saying, "Hey, I'll take that job as a mother of all creation. Don't choose um, Billie Eilish." So that's who's on the phone. It's a representation of Olivia because the sister talks him out of doing the ad, but at the same time, because it's his sister on the phone, it represents Billie Eilish calling me, and it's me saying, "I got to get this real quick." So I took a picture of that because that's like a representation of Billie because she has blonde hair, like blonde hair. It's not a representation of Olivia unless you look over here. So if you look over here, that blue and that red represents purple, which is up here. So it's a representation of both of them, right? And because there's a 4 here, that represents Olivia Rodrigo, Charlotte, Camila Cabello, and Stare. And this physical person would be Billie. So the 4 ladies are having their third eye awakened and seeing things from my perspective. And the lies that these guys have you believing, it's like the 70s when everyone used to believe that rock and roll was the devil's creation and you could put a record on a turntable and spin it backwards and get a secret message from Lucifer. That's what they have you believing, that all these messages that I'm showing you is me pulling the strings behind the scenes at the spiritual level. That's what they're going to put in your mind. Like I already have a strike against me, in other words, and that's what these evil aliens are going to make you think. You're going to think that in your mind, and that's just not the case. So you're having your third eye awakened. So when he's talking about his sister answering the phone, it represents soul sister. So no offense, Olivia, but I have to play my songs for whoever it may be. So just so that I could, woo these potential mother creators. If I just choose you and then I don't show these other ladies any hospitality, I'm not going to get the desired effect that I want. Meaning, if Billie Eilish wants to be the mother of all creation and I'm not playing her any love music, she's not going to want to get with me because it's like, well, this guy doesn't want to get with me. All he's doing is showering Olivia Rodrigo with music and love. Why would I want to get with that guy? It comes from that perspective. So no offense if I play some music for these ladies, it's just to open up their hearts with the concept of getting with me. And all I'm going to say, ladies, is don't fall in love with me because it'll hurt if you start walking down this road and believing that you're gonna be this or that. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying is just don't fall in love with me. That's all. Just let me play a couple of songs, open up your heart. So I'm playing this for you, Billie, because you potentially could be the mother of all creation if Olivia doesn't want that job. So hey, soul sister, that's what he's talking about. Oh, this is my sister, Billie Eilish, because of the can of Pepsi or the Beebs. Right? And that looks even better. You see that there? How those are actually B's? B-E-B-E-B. Interesting. So this is, because we're still on there, so this is me, letting you know, hey, soul sister, right? So this is 9 days ago. This is her, she got emotional meeting Justin Bieber. She has a crush on Justin Bieber, as a young lady. So um, if you're watching this for the first time, and you may not know that, like, what's really all this got to do with Justin Bieber? Well, you have to hear her story. So I put this on here. So I'm assuming because it says got emotional. When you saw this clue, you wouldn't know that Pepsi is your clue to be the mother of all creation. You can be the mother of all creation through the association of the beats. So you're probably going to get emotional when you watch this video. That's what it means. She's going to get emotional. I mean, that's probably her reaction right now, like crying, right? Like, holy smokes, I would have never known that the can of Pepsi was about me. So that's Justin Bieber's wife pushing her on stage to go get wooed by Justin Bieber, which is a representation of me trying to play a couple love songs for Billie Eilish, so that in the event that Olivia Rodrigo fails as the mother of all creation, well then it'll be easier for Billie Eilish to pick up the torch and run with it because the groundwork has already been laid there. Meaning, Anthony playing a few songs for her, right? so, so, hey, I want to run this Pepsi commercial by you that I'm doing, and make sure you're loving it so as much as I am. So, the story of Billie Eilish becoming the mother. There's a part of me, like, if you've watched my videos from before, you understand that every girl during the Miss Universe contest took a little piece of my heart. It's still the same way. There's a little piece of my heart reserved for all these ladies. However, the biggest piece of the pie goes to the one that I want to be with, who's Olivia. So I hope you're loving this as much as I am, Billie. So you'll notice it's the same here, same picture. Whoop. And there's a pillar there. Well, the pillar just represents being a pillar in a community. So there's the pillar. So I put this song on because as I'm discovering these clues, Billie, that that piece in my heart set aside for you, it does get bigger. So there's a lot of clues that you have indicating that you seem to be more apt to be more open to getting with me. Like, I don't think you have a problem with how I look or what I did. So getting that feeling from it, hopefully, it allows me to see myself walking that path as well. Like, I don't think she has as big a problem as those other ladies I selected. So when I put on Heartbeat, it's about stop stealing my heart away. Meaning, it comes from two perspectives. One, it means you are getting a piece of my heart. You're stealing my heart away on the person that I care deeply for. But because I'm a committed person, I'm committed to that aspect until I get an answer from her. Meaning, I don't really want to be the mother of creation. You can choose whatever you want, whatever it may be, right? So it's coming from that perspective. But even if I don't get a correct response, there's nothing stopping me from waiting. Because if that's the person that grandmother wants to be, and I don't get the proper response from her, we may just rewind time and get rid of evil to make sure that I get what I want. Basically, I'm saying that I need to level the playing field and make sure that I'm actually working with people who are want to play ball, because her spirit is being influenced by evil people. If there's no evil people there to influence her spirit, then I'm more likely to get the response I want. If all the evil spirits are gone in creation, then her spirit has no other choice but to play ball. So that's the lengths I'm willing to go to, meaning get rid of everyone evil so that her spirit, who has nobody to turn to, then no more nightmares bugging her. And once she realizes that all the bad guys are gone and that she's not going to have any more of those dreams, she more than likely will say, okay, I guess I know evil's gone forever. I guess I have no other option but to say I love the guy now. So I may get the response I want from her spirit, which will impact Olivia's soul, and Olivia will say, yeah, I'll get with you. So I'm just letting you know that that's the lengths I'm willing to go, Olivia. I'm willing to rewind time and get rid of evil everywhere so that your spirit can have a fresh start and a clear mind to maybe want to do the right thing instead of trying to pretend to be the good girl on the phone. I don't want you on the phone. Don't you play good girl with me. Hey, Livy. That's what they call her, Livy. I don't think she likes that name, Livy. I think she likes being called Olivia, but I just prefer Livy. So anyhow, Livy, or um, Billie, she's taking a piece of my heart, Livy, and just like that other song by Stubborn Love. My love that I want to be with, she's stubborn. She doesn't want to move, and she'll tear a hole in you if you don't move. So, Billie, it's just for you and I. You're taking a piece of my heart. So now, from the other perspective, when you hear Nicole, she's like, "Stop stealing my heart away. You're stealing my heart away." That's coming from Olivia's perspective because if you call somebody my heart, like, "Oh, Olivia's my heart," and it's a term of endearment, meaning that's my love. Olivia's my heart. Olivia's my love, right? So Nicole saying, "Stop stealing my heart away. You're stealing my heart away," means stop stealing my love away. You're stealing my love away. Stop stealing my Anthony away. You're stealing my Anthony away. That's what it means. So the song has two meanings. One's coming from Olivia's perspective, getting upset at Billie Eilish for stealing my love away on her. But at the same time, it's coming from my perspective that she is stealing my love away on her. Like she's literally got a piece of my heart now. So that's what that means. Stop stealing my love away on Olivia, but I'm okay with it because I'm not dating Olivia, right? She doesn't even know who I am, right? So you'll have to forgive me if I'm keeping my options open, girl. It's nothing personal. Why? Yeah, I don't see no ring on this finger, right? If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Right, Libby? So I gotta put that on there because I'm not committed to anybody, man. And not until some lady gets a hold of me and says, "Yeah, man, I want to be the mother of all creation. I want to love you forever." then and only then will I not be well, I won't be single anymore. Until then, ladies, I'm single. So whoever wants me better put a goddamn ring on it. So here we go. This is Lilo and Stitch. So again, we're still connected to here. So the reason I put that there, I'm letting you know that I'm connecting it to Billie Eilish. So Lilo and Stitch, Billie and Eilish. So is that we have apprehended a dangerous experiment. This is a representation of the aliens coming here, the pedophile aliens coming here, the androids, pretending to be something they're not, bringing their spaceships here. That's a representation of Earth. And trying to tell you that I'm a dangerous experiment, or that Earth is my experiment, is Satan, and that I'm dangerous. That's what they're going to say. That it's hell. Where is she? This is the queen, the pedophile android queen of all creation, who's going to pretend to be something she's not. He escaped. He's trying to find the police cruisers. That means I'm trying to get my UFOs over here to wage war against 22,500 evil planets. If I can get those UFOs here, mankind, and these aliens come here under the pretenses of war, and we chase them away, when I get those spaceships here, we're going to go out and de-atomize 22,500 evil civilizations across 8 parallel universes with my warships or my police cruisers. Total de-atomization of the planet. That's how we win the war. So when you hear him say he's trying to find the police cruisers, he's trying to get his UFOs over there so that he can wage war against us. That's what that means. So there's a mischievous laugh, right? So he took the red one. So you don't know what the red one means until you I haven't uploaded the story yet. That's what it's referring to. So it's this one here. I'm going for a walk. I was going over here to get some Papa chips, but I think I'm going to go to the village and get some money out because I owe some people some money. Now, this sign is just recently put up, but you'll notice the colors, it's blue and red. If you mix those, you get purple. So, on this side here, it's a representation of Olivia because she does this thing, I don't know what company it's for, but she's cooking and she's in. Okay, so. That's her here, cooking. Yeah. And she's in a white and red dress. So it represents her there. And then this here, the CC's is like a CC means yes, 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 yes. So it means yes, yes in French, or not French, Spanish. Like SI, CC, yes, yes. If you look at, no, I don't like, spewing facts without verification, so I got to pull that up, right, just to show you what it means. It's because I'm a teacher, right, so I got to make sure you guys understand. Oh. C, right there, SI, means yeah. So, now, I mentioned chief and counsel, so, chief and counsel, okay, form the elected government for many First Nations in Canada. So, that's where I get the CC from. You look at it here, and that says war, and then RE represents reason, war reason, warehouse, like a warehouse. So I could actually get war, RE, reason, war, R, reason, house, like my house here in terms of house deals, meaning like you want to look at maybe this DEA, that's like Drug Enforcement Agency. So because these aliens are using crystal meth, and which is impacting the center of creation, which is the dopamine, 242 trillion dummies getting high on meth is impacting the center of creation of dopamine. So that's DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency. The ALS, that's Ice Bucket Challenge, okay? So if we look up DEA first. Oh, I don't want that. I'll just do this. So this is the Drug Enforcement Agency, the DEA. And if you do there's ice bucket challenge. So the ALS ice bucket challenge was a viral social phenomenon in 2014. So when you're looking at the DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, and ALS, it actually means Drug Enforcement Agency, ice or crystal meth. I could even change this here, like the war, like war, R, reason. RE is short for reason. Ho, like the your mother that's going to come over here pretending to be the mother of all creation, use ALS, use ICE, Drug Enforcement Agency. So war our reason. Ho use ALS or ice bucket or ice gel or uses crystal meth. And there's a drug enforcement agency trying to stop that stuff so we could get pure dopamine in the brain and create solar systems again. So that's what warehouse deals means. It means war our reason. Ho use ICE or crystal meth, and DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency. Chief and counsel or Drug Enforcement Agency. So the CC actually means me as the chief of all creation and my counsel, who could be any one of those other ladies. It could be Billie Eilish, Princess Charlotte, um, Camila Cabello, or Stare, because this is Olivia on that side. That's what warehouse actually means. So when I tell you that these clowns are getting high on crystal meth out there, I'm not bullshitting you. Warehouse of deals, like other ladies that can be the mother, in the event that Olivia doesn't want the job. So when you hear him say, when you hear him over here, he says he took the red one. He took the red one. It means choosing one of the other ladies, but because I'm talking about Billie Eilish, it means he took Billie Eilish instead of Olivia Rodrigo. That's what it means. What hideous plant is cut in your crosshairs? And then you see Lilu saying, a shooting star. So I could connect that to Stare if I wanted to, because she's the shooting star, but I'm not going to, because it can mean Billie Eilish, who's a star or celebrity and is about to shoot evil by choosing to get with me. So a shooting star, it can go either way, but for this story, I'm going to just keep it specific to Billie. So a shooting star means Billie Eilish, who could shoot evil. Oh, I wish for a friend. And then when you see that, you see this girl here, she pushes that one out of the way. That's a representation of a girl with flowers in her hair. So, spent my days with a woman unkind, smoked my stuff, and drank all my wine. Made up my mind to make a new start with Billie Eilish. Going to California with an aching in my heart because I got rejected by Ms. Rodrigo's spirit, which impacted her soul, making her think that I'm Satan and her not wanting to get with me. Someone told me there's a girl out there named Billie Eilish with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. Took my chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you that they're all the same. And never let them tell you that Anthony's are all the same. I'm not. I'm the Alpha and Omega. I have grandmother inside of me, which means I could rewind time and get rid of evil like that. Right now I could stop time and rewind and get rid of everyone. So, the sea was red and the sky was gray. If the sky was gray, it's a representation of the moon and the sky being like a cloudy overhead, like overcast. Meaning, if you've ever seen UFOs in movies, they tend to hide in clouds. So it's a representation of Olivia's spirit, making her believe that the aliens that are coming here are the good guys, and that impacts her relationship with me. It'll make you not want to get with me. So that's the sky being gray. Wondered how tomorrow could ever follow today. The mountains and canyons start to tremble and shake. The mountains is we get religion because of Moses and going on Mount Sinai. So I'm gonna pull that up, right? So if you look up Mount Sinai, Moses, right? Mount Sinai, also known as Jabal Musa, Mountain of Moses. Okay, so this Mount Sinai it has the word sin right in it, folks. SIN, sin. And then AI is artificial intelligence. So when these aliens come here claiming to pretend to be the makers of Mount Sinai or that belief system, it's an artificial intelligent life form. The aliens are not real. And they're the sinners, not me. So that's the mountains and the canyons, meaning, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. You guys begin to tremble and shake, realizing, holy crap, I guess those aliens are really bad, and he's the good guy. The children of the sun begin to awake. That's regarding Jesus declaring he's the light. So this is referring to Christianity. So when you watch this and he declares he's the light, it's referring to you just watching that little video about Mount Sinai, not knowing that Mount Sin, artificial intelligence, the aliens when they come here, that they're artificial intelligent life forms, means that the children of Christianity begin to awake. So that's here. The mountains and the canyons start to tremble and shake. So the canyons is referring to, you want to think of the Middle East where Afghanistan, I think, is a good one, or Pakistan. They all have mountains there where you can walk down in the valleys, right? So that's this mountains. That's Judaism. The canyons. That's Islam, and the children of the sun. That's Christianity, beginning to wake. So Christianity is going to wake up first, and then hopefully these other two can wake up after that. So seems that the wrath of the gods got a punch on the nose and it started to flow. So that's me giving a wrath to these guys coming over here in the UFOs pretending to be something they're not. I think I might be sinking, or I think I might be sin kin. You guys are the kin of sinners, not me. I'm the good guy. The aliens coming here pretending to be the good guys, they're your kin, but they're sinners. They're not even your kin. They're aliens. They're robots, man. They're humans with a neural link in their brain. So throw me a line if I reach it in time. This is the line I'm throwing to you. You better reach it in time. I'll meet you up there where the path runs straight and high. So to find a queen without a king, they say she plays guitar and cries and sings. So that's Olivia. And the previous videos I told you that she's the pale horse. So this is, if she's the pale horse, who's the white horse? The white horse is a representation of you, Billie, because Olivia is the pale horse. You're the white horse. There's a white one, a black one, a red one, and a pale one. So you're the like the second selection. So this is the first one, to find a queen without a king, because Olivia dated Louis Partridge. So Louis, he's from England. So it's a metaphorical meaning she's the queen, he's the king. But I just recently read the reason why they broke up is because I guess he must have did something to her. I guess he lied to her right here. I can't tell if that's true or not, but anyway, so that's the king and queen. Because he's from England, where kings and queens are. So to find a queen without a king means to find Olivia Rodrigo without Louis Partridge. They say she plays guitar and cries and sings. Right? So this is a Tiny Desk concert here. So this is Olivia here. She's playing guitar, right? So no, I don't need now I don't need God loves. How embarrassing. Just watch. As I crucify myself. So it's a representation of the world watching her, wondering what she's going to do when the aliens come here. Will she bow down to them as the mother of all creation? Or will she DM Anthony? But this song here indicates that she's going to crucify herself because she's going to side with them and pretend to, and bow down to them when she doesn't need to. All she needs to do is tell them, go like that. Say, I'm the mother of all creation. Didn't you hear that guy, Anthony? He's the father. Why would I bow down to you? But if she's going to crucify herself, obviously that means she's going to bow down to them. Right? So, and here she is crying. I found every Olivia Rodrigo crying on stage. So there she is playing guitar. There she is crying. So that's the video there that you want to watch. So that's her crying and singing on stage. But it comes from the perspective of you crucifying yourself, not doing anything to get a hold of me, and the white mare. Let's see what they say about Revelation, white horse. So, in Revelation, a white horse appears in two distinct contexts, representing either a divine conqueror or a deceptive force. The divine conqueror is Billie Eilish in this context. The white horse represents a Caucasian mother, whether that's Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, Princess Charlotte, Camila Cabello, or Stare. They're all Caucasian, all five of them. So that's what the white horse represents, a mother creator being Caucasian. But in this context, because Olivia is crying and playing guitar, that's Billie Eilish, because that's who I'm formulating this story for. But I could formulate it to be with any one of those ladies. Trying to find a woman who's never been born. That's grandmother. She's never been born in these 200,000 years, in this 200,000 year war with evil. But she's gonna be. If she was born, mankind, like right now, she could literally flow into the universe. Everyone evil across all creation would die. Half of mankind here that are pretending to be people they're not would die. Your souls would just get pushed out of the bodies you're inhabiting, and people would suddenly wake up. And we'd be in paradise without evil forever. That's how powerful she is. So she's the woman who's never been born, because you haven't seen her power, because she's never been born inside of me. You've always assumed through finding Jaden that that's who the mother was always going to be. You always thought, well, we're going to have him trapped there forever because grandmother's either going to be Jaden as electricity or magnetism each life. They just rotate back and forth. But you didn't realize on the 10th life, when you guys think that you got us locked away here on the 10th life, that she's going to incarnate into me and make me the Alpha Omega. Because grandmother's in me, she can flow into this universe via me as a vessel, and she could shock everyone to death. And it allows me to rewind time by myself, just using the sun and the planet and the moon. So grandmother has never been born until now, making me the Alpha and Omega. Standing on a hill in my mountain of dreams, telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. So there's her Tiny Desk concert. There's Lilo and Stitch stuff. So that's a representation. This is a representation of Olivia's spirit pushing down me, like pushing me away, because she doesn't want to be my friend, because this little girl wants a best friend. So I'm looking for a best friend, and because that little girl there pushed her away, that's what it represents. Olivia pushing me away. Right here, the girl with they say there's a girl there going to California because there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. That's you, Olivia. But you pushing me away because you don't want to be my best friend. I wish for a best friend, like a best friend. So now you got to listen to Sash Jordan, make you a believer, because at the spiritual level, all the atoms in your bodies, folks, every single one of you has a spirit, and that spirit here, that single atom in your body, that's your spirit, and it resides here on a mirror image Earth. So the atoms that make up the walls here, they basically make up a domicile where your spirit lives inside in a virtual reality, in a dream state, where they walk around and do whatever they want. And then it um basically it they walk around during the day, do whatever they want, but because they're bound by the laws of physics, this atom, it still gets tired. It needs electricity. That's why we fall asleep at night, to recharge the atoms. And when they fall asleep at night, that recharges the atoms. It gives them energy. So when they fall asleep at night, when this atom falls asleep at night, that's when they have their nightmares. So I'm trying to make these spirits believers, because if I can make these spirits believers down there in the quantum realm, I'm going to have a lot easier success up here with getting what I want, which is nobody passing away on planet Earth. Because I'm trying to achieve grandmother's dream of making sure none of her children pass away, because that's what she wants. So because grandma wants that, that's what I'm trying to achieve for her. So by communicating with the spirits, if the aliens come here under the pretenses of war, and your spirits know that if they, if grandma doesn't like that and grandpa doesn't like that, we could just rewind time and get rid of everyone. I'm more apt to get what I want, which is these atoms in every single person's body playing ball, which impact your thoughts, your emotions. This single atom inside of you is what's controlling your consciousness. It's half of your consciousness. It can make you decide whether or not you think I'm the devil, whether you think I'm bad. So if this atom here starts thinking that I'm good and that I'm not the devil, then that's 50% less stress on your soul over here. This is your consciousness. It's not your brain. It's this thing here. Your soul is your consciousness, the electricity. It decides in your brain whether or not you think I'm the devil or the bad guy. So if this particle here starts playing ball and says Anthony's not the devil, he's the good guy, you're more than likely here going to feel that in your soul, which is going to say, Anthony must be the good guy. He has a logical head on his shoulders. I don't think I should trust these aliens coming here. I think we should do it the way he wants it done, and tell him to go away, and then give him the time to get his UFOs over. Because if he's being prosecuted to Satan needs time to make his defense. You just don't walk over there, drop a nuke on him, shoot him with a bullet, or rewind time. Because if you do that, we'll all die. Because grandmother rewind time and get rid of everyone. I don't think we want to make that. We don't want to make that mistake at this level of the game, at the 10th life. We could all make a mistake. So, you're more than likely going to feel that and know that, it'll make your choices here a lot easier, which is what grandma wants. So that's why I'm working hard to get this message down to them, so that they can impact your soul here, which has the correct effect, which hopefully means, everyone on planet Earth keeping their mouth shut and waiting for the cars to fall the way they need to fall. Because anybody opens up their mouth against me ain't going to get to live forever. They're not going to make it to paradise. It's treason and it's blasphemy. So if I can make those spirits a believer, I'm more than likely going to get the response I want, which includes getting Olivia to reach out to me so she can secure her position as the mother of all creation. And if not, well, then one of these other ladies, which just so happens to be Billie Eilish at the moment. So this is make you a believer here. So right here, so you see where it says see? That's S-E-E, like to see with your eyes. And then Leo is like that's a lion. See, lion, and then the paw represents father, the father of all creation, who you believe is these aliens coming here. Father, that cross represents like a cross on a grave, and then the Ra represents the sun god, Ra of Egyptian. So see, lying or lion, because they sound the same, like lion and lion. See, lying, father, death, sun god. He's coming here pretending to be something he's not. And if you follow him, you will die. But at the same time, it means see, Leo or lion, Me, like I'm the king of all creation, like Lion King. See, Lion King, Anthony, death, sun god, meaning that sun that's out there, that's my soul, and I can rewind time and get rid of everyone who is on this earth pretending to be somebody you're not. And then if I need to get rid of everyone in all creation, that's grandmother and grandfather's job. But I can do it by myself and get rid of them. So see, Lion King, Anthony, father, death, sun god, or sun soul, Ra. So depending on how you want to read that, try your luck, push your luck. So make you a believer. So that's for the spirits down below, but it's also for you guys here to make sure that you don't do anything that you might regret, such as trying to drop a nuke on me, because it won't kill me. If you shoot me with a bullet, it won't kill me. You blow me up with a dynamite, it won't kill me. I'm indestructible, in other words. I'm immortal. The other 9 Anthonys, they weren't immortal, but this version of me, I'm immortal because I have to be able to protect myself going forward in the future. Let's say somebody a million years down the road stabs me in the back or stabs Olivia in the back. How do I prevent that without hurting all creation? The only way to prevent that is to rewind time in the solar system in which it happened. So if I'm on the far side of the universe on a distant planet and somebody pushes me off a cliff thinking they can take over creation, I'll just stop everything in that particular solar system and rewind time because the planet is my soul. I'll come back up on the cliff and then rewind time 24 hours or even to the moment where he pushed me off the cliff. And when he tried to push off the cliff, I'll just flip it, push him off the cliff, and then I'll live. But he won't. And everyone on that particular planet will have like a sudden deja vu, like, hey man, didn't we just, it felt like we just lived this moment again, didn't we? Yeah, it did feel like that. Oh, somebody must have tried to assassinate Dad. Yeah, I had to rewind time and get rid of them. That's how I protect myself going forward. And if you don't believe that, that's your own damn fault. So this is make you a believer. That's Billie Eilish because she's blonde. She's a natural blonde. So as she's running past here, she runs past that bus. Okay? And then there's a piano here. So that piano is from Bruno Mars. You want to know that? So we're going to go just the way you are. So, I'm letting you know at the spiritual level, Billy, that you're fine just the way you are. All you spirits are fine just the way you are. But because, I'm trying to secure myself a wife, Billy, that song, you can take that as me playing that song specifically for you. You may not have a perfect spirit, but if I can get your spirit to play ball, then you'll be perfect. So there's a piano in the background behind him here. Right there. There it is. So that piano that's in the background, it's on the back of that other thing there. So because that's Billie Eilish running into the door, that's me playing this Bruno Mars song here because he plays that stand-up piano in this video plus in Grenade. So you're beautiful just the way you are, Billy. There. So she walks into the bedroom and she sees the older lady sitting there. So this is a representation of Billie's spirit walking around here on planet Earth as an adult. But at night when she goes to sleep, having these nightmares because of evil. Messing around with her clone. So let me tell you a little story about this time so there's Billie there having these nightmares at nighttime. Down and out. Time I was down and out. Always just goes to prove there's always a light on. And if you look, it's inside of you. So, you have to find the light inside of you if you want to live forever. So this song's called Miracle by Bon Jovi. Now you see there how it's purple, Olivia? That purple is you in the phone. So when I tell you that she's in the phone, everybody's in the phone. But it's a representation of money, like power. Money is power, right? So, which leads to pride and ego. So there's a little sense of pride and ego there, but we're looking at miracle now. Now that donut is a representation of a police officer. I can get the police ships here if I choose the other spaceship. This is that sign, the culinary sign. This is the other sign. So this here represents getting the spaceships here with Billie Eilish, because this one over here, the culinary one, doesn't want to play ball. Chief and council, red sign, blue sign, red sign, blue sign. UFOs, no UFOs. Police, no police. It can also mean that. So I need a miracle. So here we're looking at a penny for your thoughts now, baby. So because this is an older lady, that's a representation of grandmother, and she's wearing red, meaning the chief and council. But because this is water's blue, it can also mean you combine the two, Olivia, and you can become the mother if you play ball. Blue and red equals purple. But right now, because she's on the beach, it's a representation of the red deals, CC deals. So a penny for your thoughts now, baby. Looks like the weight of the world's on your shoulders now. So penny for your thoughts now. Billie Eilish, looks like the weight of the world's on the shoulders now. Meaning, looks like you have to save us all if things don't go my way. I know you think you're going crazy just when you think it's going to work itself out. So you're not going crazy. You're just having your third eye open. And it's referring to Olivia, like down below, her spirit is the atom, going a little bit crazy in terms of, things aren't going the way they normally go. Normally I was able to trick this guy into making, choosing me all the way. And then when we get to where we're going, I reject him. But this time he's got a backup plan. He could choose a different girl. He doesn't have to choose me this time. And it sounds like, it's gonna work itself out, but now it ain't gonna work itself out. I'm going crazy. So it's referring to her spirit going crazy because she doesn't want to play ball. So the stars kiss the sky. So that bus is the same bus that didn't make you believer that she runs past. Right? See them? Same bus. So the girl looks out the window. That's Billie Eilish looking out the window. They say that spirits live. They say that spirits live, and a man has to die. Who says that? The aliens that come here say that spirits live and a man has to die. Well, I'm assuming that's got to be me, I guess, right? So, not this time it ain't. Shoes on the other foot. So, they promised us truth. Now they're giving us lies. So they're going to come here saying, hey, we're the real deal, man. That guy's Satan. Watch this video we got of him. Blah, 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 blah. Get on the UFOs. Blah, blah, blah. Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. They give you probably the truth, and then they're giving you lies. So the lies is, when I tell you, if you get on their spaceships, they're going to eradicate you by getting rid of you and making a clone out of it. You will. This here is a representation of the big one here. That's Judaism. This here would be Islam, and this is Christianity. Islam here because there's like a beard associated with it. The men of Islam, they like having long beards. This here, like a typical American Christian, doesn't have a beard. It's just a regular man with no beard on. So that's why that's Christianity. That's why that's Islam. This one, because it's the older brother, that's Judaism. Any of you guys get on those UFOs, that's what will happen to you. So, I'm going to take a miracle to save us this time, and your Savior has just left town. So, if you get on a UFO and they turn you an android, I'm not going to resurrect you. That'll be your own fault. If you don't listen to me and you get on the UFOs because you think that those people are the real deal, you're buying the mark of the beast upon your right hand, which is masturbation sin. And if you want to side with those guys who are evil, and they get rid of you, deatomize you, turn you into an android, I'm not going to resurrect you. Your Savior has just left town. It'll be your own fault if you don't listen to me. So, and I won't let you down. So, This particular scene here, because it's in old Mexico or old New Mexico, it's connected to Billie Eilish here. So this is a scene from Young Guns. It's like an old Western town. That's an old Western town. So this particular scene here is Young Guns, right? So you want to watch that, and then you got to go back to the older scene here, where this is Billy the Kid, or Billy the Goat, the greatest of all time. A goat is it's called a kid. Guess you don't know. So a baby goat is called a kid. So Billy the Kid means Billie Eilish. The kid, or a goat, means GOAT, means the greatest of all time, right? I've already taught you that in the previous one. Goat meaning, so greatest of all time. So because where did I go now? So because that's Billy the Kid, it means Billie the Eilish, greatest of all time. Billie Eilish having a kid with the Father of all creation. So, okay, pass it back, son. Stroke a gun like that, you might as well be stroking a man's woman. I'm leaving right now. I want to know what to look for. I want to know what to look for, what he looks like. And in case I run into him, I'll come back and tell you. There's the elephant, which is the previous video, which is the elephant queen. And she could be the queen because she doesn't see me as the elephant man. She sees me as a normal human. I'm not an animal. You're not an animal. You're Romeo. So Billy the Kid can see herself being the elephant queen or the queen, and is not impacted by the emotional baggage that she has to carry around to get that. There is a certain amount of emotional baggage that she has to carry around regarding spiritual warfare. But I believe that she's willing to carry that baggage around if it means that she becomes a mother of all creation. So that's a really large one. So how to heal the hidden weight you carry. So that's a long one too. So but if you want to watch it, the hidden ways emotional baggage destroys your body. What is emotional baggage? The emotional baggage is having to deal with the spiritual warfare of me smoking the crystal and the warfare that I did here in this room to gather information conducive to our survival. There's 10 years of emotional baggage that you have to carry, but 10 years is like 5% at a time. It's like less than 200 days. 200 days of waging spiritual warfare is somebody that I'm not. I'm not that person, but I had to become that person to get the information. So it's that emotional baggage that whoever chooses to be the mother has to carry around for a certain amount of time until we all get to paradise. Once we get to paradise, her and I could be put into cryostasis and the spirits can erase that emotional baggage of what I've done here, because I don't want to carry this baggage around with me forever. I want to get rid of it. And the faster I can get rid of it, the faster I can leave that portion of me behind. Nobody in creation should remember it. It should be, but from our memories. But, whoever wants to carry that emotional baggage around for, a couple years, decades, however long it may be, you're more than welcome to carry that. If you're strong enough to carry that baggage, you're going to get the job as the mother of all creation. Well, he's a good-looking kid. Away with the women. He dresses like a dandy, and he's a left-hander. So I was watching this video today about I can't remember what it is. I gotta pull it up here. It's another SNL skit. Like, I can't remember which one it is. Anyhow, the the person, he he's wearing this the same outfit or something. It's an SNL skit. So you guys are probably wondering why you all see me wearing the same shirt and stuff in each video. I don't have well, I have a limited amount of clothes. I have like 3, 4 t-shirts that I wear, and I don't go anywhere, so I always wear the same t-shirts. And I do have nice shirts that I could wear, but I don't wear them because it's just me here. But I can tell that people are wondering that, like, um, why is he always wearing the same outfits, man? It's like he's, you know, he doesn't have a wardrobe or whatever. You guys always see me in the same clothes, so I can tell that must be an issue for people, like me wearing the same clothes every day in my videos. I don't care. I sniff it. If it smells clean to me, I wear it, man. So I think I'll go back into some of the stuff here after I'm done this one here. So he dresses like a dandy. So I used to wear suit and ties as a teenager all the time, growing up when I was 13, 14. I had suit and tie for going to funerals, and I'd wear that out on weekends. Every weekend I'd wear it out. Get drunk in that suit and tie. Every welfare day I would put on that suit and tie. Today's welfare day for me, but I don't have my suit and tie. But I would put on a suit and tie and get drunk in that suit and tie every time on every welfare day. So I always wear a suit and tie. In all my pictures, you'd see me in a suit and tie and my long hair, and that's what ladies liked about me because I dressed like a dandy, and look after myself. So if I could wear suit and ties all the time, I would. But sometimes I just like being comfortable. So, and he's a left-hander. So if I'm a left-hander, it means that this side of creation, this one here, which is the female side of creation, means grandmother's inside of me. So there's the clip you got to watch, but you got to remember this elephant here is the Elephant Queen, which was connected back to Janet Jackson, the elephant. So this is Olivia Rigo teases what phase of love she's currently in. So um, 18 hours ago. So she got caught. Your spirit got caught trying to pull the wool over my eyes. Which is what that Superman song is about. Or this year. So honeymoon sweet, right? Like you're supposed to be my honey and the moon, but the sweet is a representation of you not being sweet. You're not sweet towards me. You're like a motel. Your spirit prefers the in and out aspect of the dreams that she's getting. So New Girl Now is about me selecting Billie Eilish because you're not sweet towards me. You're supposed to be my honey or the queen bee who sits on the moon. So I got a new girl now. So if you watch the video, this guy's at a payphone, but it's nighttime. And the fact that it's blue, the blue is a representation of indigo. Indigo is there's blue, then indigo, then violet. Indigo is very closely colored to blue. So it's a representation of that blue moon that she floats around on, or the purple moon. And her, I don't want you on the phone. Don't you play a good girl with me? So it's a representation of her trying to play a good girl with me. If you remember, the previous video where I showed you, she uploaded that video at 3 in the morning. This one here with the hearts, that's your spirit trying to make me believe that she cares for me. She doesn't, not yet, but I'll wear her down. And then this here is her trying to make me believe that she's trying to protect me. but she's not. She's working with the grandfather so that I won't get my resupply today and please the spirits one last time. So this is her trying to play on the phone to be a good girl with me, but I secretly know that she's just trying to butter me up and play me like she always does in the 9 past lives. So by making this video, Olivia, I'm letting your spirit know that I'm onto her and what she's up to. Um, this here, when it talks about um, um, ice cream for two, that's what kickstarted that campaign this morning to let her know I know what she's up to. Um, so car rides to Malibu, strawberry ice cream, 1 spoon for two, and trading jackets. Uh, Laughing about how small it looks on you. So the ice cream is a representation of crystal meth or ice and cream. Cream, ice cream. At 1 spoon for two, meaning me and evil grandmother and evil mother. Me, evil grandmother, evil mother. And trading jackets. Jack, a jack of all trades. And her laughing at how she thinks it looks, small, like the jacket looks small on me. So she's laughing at me, in other words. Your spirit is laughing at me. So that's me telling the story today to let her and spirit know that I know what she's up to down there. And that if she continues to play ball that way, I'll just select, Billie Eilish, like I have in many past lives. That's why we look at the can of Pepsi. So I don't want you on the phone. Don't you play a good girl with me down there as an electron? Why must I always say it again? I got a new girl now, named Billie Eilish. I got a new girl now, named Billie Eilish. So that's the connection. So this is Superman by Fire for Fighting, right? So if you pull it up, there's this introduction. They're driving down here in the bus, but that bus, it's a representation of Make You a Believer, where the bus was there with the piano, and Miracle, where the bike was riding beside the bus. So that bus is Billie Eilish. This is your third clue that Billie Eilish is going to get that job as the new mother of all creation. So Make You a Believer, Miracle, and now this particular scene with Superman or Fire for Fighting. So you'll notice that Five for Fighting, mankind, is Olivia Rodrigo, Princess Charlotte, Camila Cabello, Stare, and Billie Eilish. The five of them, if I could convince their spirits to smarten up and start working with me, they may start fighting. And I may have some angels here when my time comes. I may have all five of the ladies up here saying, Anthony's a good guy. I trust him. I want to be the wife, So that's what Five for Fighting actually means. So when you watch Five for Fighting, you now know what Five for Fighting means. I'm trying to convince their spirits to fight for me instead of fighting for those imposters that come here, so that I can get the desired effect upon your physical selves. Because the spirit needs to be working in conjunction with your physical self. If the two are out of sync, you're not in sync. You're going to have all kinds of delusions in your mind. So that's me sitting on the bus. Okay? That's me wanting to be with Olivia because of the brown hair. But it being actually Billie because of the bus connected back to Miracle, which is connected back to Make You a Believer. The blonde girl from Make You a Believer. That's who I want to be with. But in order to be with her, I need to make her a believer, in other words. Or, if I don't make her a believer, I could always choose, a believer, right? Heard that old joke, right? A believer? What's a believer? Belieber. A belieber is a devoted fan or supporter of Canadian pop singer Justin Bieber. Huh. Belieber. There's a belieber there, right? Because that's a representation of Billie Eilish. So make you a belieber. So I'm gonna make Olivia Rodrigo a believer, and if she don't want to play ball at the spiritual level, there's nothing I can do, Olivia. You'll either have to fight very hard with your soul to get what you want, which is me and the position of Mother Creator, or this is just one story. This is just Billie Eilish's story. She could have that role because she's a believer. That's what the bus represents. That's me looking over at Olivia, wanting Olivia, but the bus is a representation of Billie Eilish. So, I can't stand to fly. I'm not that naive. I'm just out to find the better part of me. So, if I'm trying to find the better part of me, it means I'm looking for a wife. I can't stand to fly. So, it may sound absurd, but don't be naive. Even heroes have the right to bleed. So, even heroes have the right to dream. So, I may be disturbed, but won't you concede? I'm not disturbed, so won't you concede? So, this is Don Nagamana. We called him old blue eyes here, or at least me and Sherry called him blue eyes because he had these bright blue eyes. So Don, this is your clue here because his nickname between me and Sherry is old blue eyes. He passed away at 81. So I don't know if you noticed that there, dear spouse of Lois Smith. So Lois is like Lois from Family Guy. Lois Griffin. I think her name is Lois Griffin. But anyhow, this is his song. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. So, fly me to the moon. You know who that is, right, guys? You should know by now. Right here. Fly me to the moon. So this is Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon. That's exactly what Don Nagama looked like. Same kind of eyes right there. That's how he had blue eyes like that. That's why we call him old blue eyes. So this Don, when you watch this is your music. Your spirit right helps co-write Frank Sinatra's music. So Fly Me to the Moon means fly me to Olivia Rodrigo. But if we go back over to here, I can't stand to fly. If I can't stand to fly me to the moon, I'm not that naive. And it refers to, I don't want you on the phone at the spiritual level as an atom of electricity pretending to be a good girl with me. Don't play good girl. I want you to be a real good girl. So don't play on the phone and try to pretend to be something you're not down there. Because I know what you're up to. Sending me that video with the little hearts over the top of the head. And trying to make me select you like you always do. I'm still going to choose you like I always do. But the question is, are you going to finally help yourself down there this time? So that's what Fly Me to the Moon is about. But you wouldn't know that the moon is connected to I can't stand to fly. I mean, I can't stand to, fly on the moon. I'm not that naive. The naive part means, her spirit is trying to trick me, like she has in 9 past lives. And if she continues to play that role, she's going to end up heartbroken. Why? Well, I think I got rid of those other pictures here, right? But if you you see how much information I gotta go here? The story that's still yet to be taught. Um, right here. So there's Billie, right? Then there's over here. So she'll tear a hole in you, Olivia, the one you can't repair, because stubborn love means that I got this stubborn spirit down there. I'm walking down the spirit world as an Adam who's stubborn and doesn't want to open up to love me. Stubborn love. I want her to make her my love, but she's stubborn. And this lifetime, we're going forward forever. We're not rewinding time. And if you continue to fight, Billie Eilish is going to tear a hole in you, the one you can't repair. I'm just trying to find some other stories about her. There's a lot. Like she has a lot of clues. Like like this year, okay. So there's Livy trying to butter me up. But this is Taylor Swift. I haven't seen you in a while since she brought you down. So that's a representation of Billie because she's a natural blonde, right? And then there's the Taylor Swift has this brunette girl. Hey, what you doing with a girl like that? It means that's you, Billie, playing the role of a Taylor Swift in the video. Hey, what you doing with a girl like that? That brunette. There's the brunette, right? So she says, ask me anything. So she's cheer captain, right? So her spirit saying that Olivia's cheer captain down there in the Adam spirit world, and I'm on the bleachers, meaning she's on the bleachers. There's blonde Billie on the bleachers. Uh, you know, she's cheer captain. I'm on the bleachers. You belong with me, right? So that's Billie Eilish saying you belong with me. So this here is a different story. It has to do with Red Dawn. It's a war story that I've yet to tell. So um, that's just one of many clues. So now we can include that song as well to the backside here. We could also do So we're gonna go over there. So we'll go you belong with me because the brunette is Olivia, the blonde is Billie, and Billie's saying I belong with her because she's on the bleachers and the other one's cheer captain. No, there's another one down here I just noticed. This is this morning's clue. But because you're on the Billie Eilish clue, I'm going to talk about the three Billy Goats gruff. Okay, so the three Billy Goats means three Billie Eilish greatest of all times. Gruff. So when you watch the story, this here, this big one, that's Judaism. That's Islam. That's Christianity. That's me. And this side over here, that's heaven. That's paradise. You need a physical body to exist over here. This bridge, that's me standing in the way of people trying to get into paradise, because I cannot let people come into paradise unless they accept spirituality and do everything I tell them to do, which is purify yourself of sins, lead a healthy lifestyle, exercise, yada, yada, yada. But you have this misconception that I'm Satan, so that's why the troll has horns. So that's basically what the three Billy Goats Grub is about. But at a more spiritual level, it's about Billie Eilish being, Billy Goats. So you got this one here. I'm brave. So this Billy Goat here, right? It's just a representation of the Billy Goat wanting to cross the bridge. So I'm saying, I climb up on the bridge. I don't let the Billy Goat through. That's me saying, don't get on those UFOs. Man, you get on the UFOs, they're gonna get rid of you. So this guy. He doesn't get on the UFOs. So because he doesn't get on the UFOs, he survives. That he lives to live forever by living on the other side of the bridge. Then this other one comes along. That's the medium brother. So he does the same thing. He says, wait for the older brother. I go on the bridge and say, don't go on UFOs. He says, okay, I won't. And then he does everything that I tell him to do, and he succeeds in getting to paradise with a physical body, and he's over here. But then this other guy comes along, the big brother. Right here. And this guy says, he's the big brother. He's that one there. And he comes along and he wants to go join those other guys in eternity, in a physical body. But he thinks he can push his way in. So I'm on the bridge saying, don't get on the UFOs. They'll get rid of you. He doesn't want to listen to me. They don't want to listen because when the UFOs come here and they look like them, or saying that they're the mother father of all creation, they're going to want to get on those UFOs. And I'm telling you guys, don't get on those UFOs, because if you get on those UFOs, you're not going to come back. That's what I'm saying there, but they're not going to listen to me. I just got done telling you, if you get on UFOs, I'm not going to resurrect anybody who gets on UFOs and gets deatomized and replaced with an android. That's your own fault. You won't live forever. But they don't want to listen to me. So the guy ends up hitting them with his horns. So because that guy has horns, it's a representation of horns like that. You're on the wrong team. That's why you got horns. That's why you're the three Billy Goats gruff. The aliens are coming here. They're the bad guys. I'm the good guy. So that's why you got horns. You seem to think I'm the bad guy, and they have you believing I'm the bad guy. But the reason you got horns is the three Billy Goats gruff, and they're mad is because you're actually the bad guy. And then you charge at me, and you knock me off the bridge because you want to get on that UFO so bad. Because you think it'll get you to some sort of promised land over here on the other side. Jump on our UFOs. We'll heal your sickness. We'll take you to the promised land on the other side of the galaxy. Whatever it may be, whatever kind of nonsense they're going to tell you. That's you thinking you can get on the UFOs and go to the promised land, not knowing that you'll be replaced by an android if you get on those UFOs. And you won't make it to be with your brethren because you didn't listen and you got on the UFOs. So that's Billie getting her mind blown. She didn't know that three Billy Goats gruff is about, her and I having 3 children. These are our fraternal twins here, fraternal twins. Because these are the younger ones. This is our firstborn son that'll destroy evil when we bind our souls together. And these 2 are our fraternal twins that'll create the 7 heavens in paradise. That's her getting her mind blown by a magician. Huh. Wow, there was smoke in your mouth. So Smoking them all means she thinks I'm Satan right now at the moment, but I'm not, right? Yeah, cuz it's like, yeah, cuz you got all hot. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm answering questions. This is crazy. So that's basically you right now when you're watching this, Billy. Like, oh my god, this is crazy, man. I would have known all these clues are there. She says, I'm such a bad girl for magic. So this looks like magic to you, right? Like when you watch it, it's just, if you want to call it magic, it's not. It's just me as your spirit guide showing you clues that you wouldn't know that is there. So, hi Billy, nice to meet you. And this is Olivia. So I'm imagining that's your response now. Like when you watch all this information, you're like, holy shit. I better pay goddamn attention because I may lose my spot. I think this guy's for real this time. So you want to think of this here as being your Adam, okay? Like right here, that's her here, trying to pretend to be the good girl and try to trick me, and the way she always has done. But this is your soul over here. So this one here, that's your Adam, trying to trick me and be a good girl on the phone. And then this one here, that's your soul, right there. This is you in the physical, and this is you in the spiritual. And by the look on their faces, you know, I think I may get the appropriate response that I'm looking for, which is her to play ball with me. So, thank you for joining us on Interview with the Magician. So, this is interesting here. I thought it was this came up 7 hours ago. They're asking Tate McRae which four women she put on Mount Rushmore, which is, you know, if Tate McRae is a representation of Billie because of the blonde hair, it's asking Billie which four ladies would you put on Mount Rushmore. Well, I would put Olivia Rodrigo, Princess Charlotte, um, Camila Cabello, and Stare on Mount Rushmore, and I would put myself as the mother of all creation. That's what it secretly means. When you watch that, that's what it actually means. So here, thank you so much for joining us on Interview with a Magician. And this is Anne Hathaway. It's like Hank's classic host in The Devil Wears Prada. I just got done talking about that, where everyone thinks that I'm the devil. The two of them think I'm the devil. This is the one here, Kyle's holidays. This is where they talk about the clothes. So I know it's like, what do I do? What do I get my dad for Christmas? Buy presents though. Clothes. So you guys see that I'm wearing cheap clothes all the time. So you girls are so shallow that you notice small things like, oh my god, he's always wearing the same T-shirt every day, or sometimes he doesn't even wear a shirt at all. Oh my god, it's coming from that perspective, right? So um, that's the story I got to tell. That's the story yet I've got to tell. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. So when I get to those stories, I'll tell you those stories. Um, Here's another one you might like. This is just a quick tidbit here. So this is this is called there in Old Sound, which is half an hour away. Oh, I forgot. This Kyle's Holiday, it has Billie Eilish in this skit. So if you watch the Kyle's Holiday SNL, it has Billie Eilish in the skit. But here, if you look up landing at the Billy Bishop Airport, it means landing at the Billie Eilish Bishop Airport. Bishop means um, she's the queen because of a queen, a king, and beside the queen and king are the two bishops in chess, and then the two rooks, and then the two castles or the two horses. So if she's landing at the Billy Bishop Airport, Olivia, it means that she's the queen because the bishop stands beside the queen. So we have the rook, the knight, the bishop, the queen, the king, the bishop, the knight. No, so it's the cat. This is the castle. This is the horse. This is the bishop, and then the queen. So bishop and queen are interchangeable. So when you look at a chessboard, that's the rook. Yeah. So this is the rook. Then the horse is the knight. That's the knight, and that's the bishop. So this is the rook, the knight, the bishop, and then the queen. So if Billie is landing at the Billie Bishop Airport, it means she's landing at the Billie Eilish Queen Airport. Billie or Bishop Billie or Bishop Queen, Bishop Queen, Bishop Queen. So when you watch this here landing at the Billie Bishop Airport, that's her as the queen of all creation landing at the airport in Owen Sound because nobody else wanted to pick up the phone and get a hold of Anthony to save the day. This is flying over Owen Sound if you want to watch it. So this is videos that I've yet to talk about, but I figured I'd throw them in here because we're talking about Billie Eilish right now, so I might as well talk about them now and then I'll talk about them later again. So there's the Billie Bishop Regional Airport. This is her landing there in a private jet, or me sending one of my private jets to pick her up. This is Hannah Montana, the movie trailer. Let's get the world. The girl knows her as a superstar. Don't forget, it's your turn to do the dishes, right? So this is Billie Eilish. This is Olivia Rodrigo. I love this. I would love this. So they're grabbing the shoes, which means they want to be the queen of all creation by putting the shoes on. And then Olivia's like, I saw these first. And then she says, Do you know who I am? That's what this one says. So this is Olivia telling Billie Eilish, do you know who I am? So that's Olivia here. So this is Olivia. Do you know who I am? I just released the number one single on the Billboard Top 100. It's coming from that perspective. You know who I am? And then Billie Eilish is over here, as Hannah Montana says, well, I know you know who I am because of the story that I just got done telling. That she's the number one contender for mother because the other girl that I want to be with doesn't want to be with me. She doesn't want to be with me. She wants to continue to play these games with the people that have been manipulating her at the spiritual level for the past 200,000 years. She doesn't want to give that up. She thinks it's going to continue that way forever, and it isn't. It's going to come to an end this lifetime. So because out of the 666 lives where me and grandmother have structured this game, I've selected obviously Billie probably more times than I have Olivia. I've already selected Olivia 73 times. That's basically 1/6 of the lives. But if Billie the GOAT is greater than her, like the greatest of all time, obviously she has a higher ranking. I must have chosen her probably 88 times. I bet you I have chosen her 88 times, and you only 73. So she probably has more lives than you because we've all lived 1,000 lives. So that's Billie here. This is Billie and Justin Bieber, one less lonely girl. So that's the argument between Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo. There's Justin Bieber, in case you want to know what the Pepsi can represents. Remember the Pepsi can? The B-E-B, the Beebs. This is just for you, Billie, because I'm the one, right? Hey, you, what did you say there? You tired of all those other imitators. So I'm not an imitator, man. I'm the real deal. No, I can't do this one. So anyhow, Anyhow, the one basically is about me being the one. Like I'm the one that's gonna bust out of this prison. So see you watching, don't run out of time. I mean, I see you guys watching, don't run out of time. If you don't run out of time, see you guys watching here on planet Earth. Plus, I see you spirits watching down there. Don't run out of time means don't die by having me rewind time. I see you watching. Don't run out of time. Don't run away on me. Don't do anything you might regret. Because you'll run out of time. I'll rewind time, and then you'll run out of time, and you'll all die as spirits. And he's walking around here on planet Earth with those two evil electrons in those bodies. They'll get sucked into the black hole at the center of the Earth, and everyone will wake up around planet Earth who are imposters. So don't run out of time. So this is well, it's Billie Eilish, right? She's in trouble. So there's the airplane. Whether that's yours, like you could probably rent one, Billy, or you can come visit me if you want. I don't mind chilling out, having a sociable while we wait for Olivia Rodrigo to decide what she wants to do. So if you want to get a hold of me, come hang out. I'm cool with that. But just know that I'm waiting on somebody else, and if she doesn't want to pick up the phone and get a hold of me or whatever, we'll see where it goes. But I wouldn't mind having somebody to talk to. So it's a representation of her coming out here in a plane, whether that's a rental or whether that's one of my planes that I send out there to pick her up. But no one knows where she came from. Hello, New York. When she gets to New York, it's farm country or hometown. Welcome to hometown. Here's an hometown waterfall. So if you watch this here, this is one of the waterfalls that we have here. So I think we have like 7 of them. So this is her and I driving down the road. So this is hometown. That airport's over here. So we drive along this road here. We drive along this road here until we get to my home over here. We could chillax here. We can't drink. I know we can't drink because that'll throw up my diet chain. But we could just you could drink, but I can't. But we could converse and do whatever, while we wait for this Ms. Rodrigo to catch up to the vibe of being good, maybe wanting to reach out and be that person instead of you. So that's just her and I, and because it says, Dad, come on, it's a representation of Billie Eilish, who's my daughter, becoming the mother instead of Olivia, who's I've selected as the mother. So it's a representation of Olivia not securing the role as mother and me having to select Billy. That's why she's calling him Dad. So I think we might, don't do this. I think we might be done. So that's her 2 spirits here again, right? There's 2 of them here. So this is her, this one here, that's her atom right here. So this atom, okay, it's located in her heart right there. So inside that atom there, that's her spirit walking around on this planet in electrical form, where she walks around in a state of perpetual dreaming and is not, has been subjected to 200,000 years of nightmares and is used to those nightmares and doesn't want to give those nightmares up. And then this Olivia here, inside that atom, there is the cork, and then her soul. So this is you up here in the physical realm, Olivia. This soul is your consciousness. It controls, think of it as being 50% of what you think. And then this girl over here, who's your spirit, this atom, that's the other 50% of what you think. So this is Catlin Root. So he's one of my friends that passed away who's putting this story together. So think you can say you're saying I could never be Hannah again. So ask me in 2 weeks. So a girl who has it all, right? For a big surprise. So Where are we going? Show you what you're missing. So this is Miley Cyrus on the swing, but these are waterfalls in the local areas. These amazing waterfalls in their own town. So that's probably me and Billie Eilish going to check out one of the waterfalls. Because Miss Olivia Rodrigo doesn't want to reach out and get a hold of me. So I take Billie to check out these waterfalls in the local area. There's the waterfall there. There's a waterfall there. This one's called the Horseshoe Waterfall. Okay, beautiful Horseshoe Waterfall, It's in Indian Falls. This is called the Indian Falls. So the connection is that Billie Eilish will fall in love with an Indian. She'll fall in love with an Indian Falls, because Miss Olivia Rodrigo doesn't want that job, because she thinks that evil at the spiritual level is going to continue to give those dreams to her Adam inside of her. So this Adam here thinks that time is going to be rewound and that those dreams are going to continue. Meanwhile, I'm saying, no, we're going forward. We're not going to rewind time. But if we do rewind time, it's only to get rid of evil. So this is them here. So you and Molly are pretty close. So this is The Climb by Hannah Montana. So because this is purple here, it's a representation of Olivia listening to what I have to say. So who are these pigs here? That's the three little pigs and the big bad wolf. So this here is a representation of the women of Christianity, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I'm reading your eyes, like your third eyes, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this is looking pretty good. I think we could have a Caucasian mother. If one way or another, he's going to get what he wants. He's going to get a Caucasian mother. I don't think he's the big bad wolf. I think he's okay. I think he's cool. So, if I can convince the ladies here on planet Earth that I'm a good guy, they might be able to talk their husbands into not, doing something stupid that they'll regret later. Because I'm not going to put up with bullshit. So again, there's the two ladies here. There's one there. That one's there, her spirit, down below. Then this one here. That's you in the physical up here, and that's your soul. That's your consciousness. That's what makes you think. And then over here, that's that Adam inside of you, all holds all creation. That's the one that's, I'm having trouble with, convincing to be with me. So that's her trying to be cute because she want. That's the Adam one right there, right? So you wouldn't know that that's her there. That's the one there trying to be cute. Like, I don't want you on the phone. Try to play good girl with me. So that's your spirit trying to play a good girl with me. But I secretly know through the Superman song plus Honeymoon Suite that what she's up to. That's what I taught her today. So anyhow, I don't want to go too much into it. So I'm at 2 hours in. So I always like to close with a song. So what do I do here? Let's do the Smash Mouth because the Smash Mouth was on here, right? It was right there. So we're gonna end with that. All Star. So. So, somebody once told me the world is going to roll me. So, the world's going to roll you means this here. So, this is my soul, that's my soul, that's my soul. So, I can rewind time here and push you guys out of your bodies and replace you with people good. So I could roll you. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. So, she was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb on her, in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and hit the ground running. So, didn't make sense to live for fun. So, your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So, what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never know if you don't go. You never shine if you don't go. So, hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. So, one of you 5 ladies is going to break that mold. Depending on which one of you does, will be the new mother of all creation.